Hey, it's Mobb Guppy. We're the Guppies, the Mob. How are you all doing? It's a couple of notes here, gang. It's Monday. The Barbershop is open. Sorry I wasn't here this weekend. It was real busy with stuff at the office, so we had an exciting convention going, which was nice. No, I didn't do anything stupid. John Oliver, what is up? Muppet 929. Bob Kaler. I had a couple of beers. That was it. Nothing. Nothing. I didn't reach in like one of my coworkers reached into his jacket where had free booze, and he pulled out a flask and started doing, just belting them down. Ba-doom. Just had a couple of nice beers. It was a good time. Degenerate Fish Keeper. Bateson Genetics. How are you doing? It's Bateson or Bateson? Spell it phonetically if I got it wrong. All right. Yeah, greetings to all. And Vinay was first here, and so that's good at Color Guppies. All's good in the hood. I was busy getting things done and having fun. It's been real busy at work. And in fact, I've done my daily report, but I've got to read something, at least read enough of it. I got it right. Good. Chubby Guppy, lurking away. That's fine. When you lurk, you're not a jerk. I know, not particularly clever, but it is what it is. So, so we've been, just busy around the whole homestead. Lumpy Dog in the house. Better plug in my computer, otherwise it's going to run out of juice, and that wouldn't be good at all. Wouldn't be good at all. So, nice time. It was, I was in Branson. Sup? What's up with you? How are you? Had a real nice time. It was, you go to these conventions and it's work related. And if you've ever been to these things, you know what I'm talking about. Generally, there's it's like an all day thing. And the company paid for you to go. And normally, there's like one or two sessions that you kind of are interested in. Well, there were 3 sessions I was interested in. And normally you sit towards the back. Petroman, 1185. Normally you sit near the back, just in case the session sucks and you escape and get out. I have good news. All 3 of the sessions I went to were really, really good, and I was transfixed. This never happens at a convention. Normally you're trying to sneak out going, okay. So they had a break before the cocktail party. So went across the street to an Irish pub and had a Guinness on tap. It was delicious. The only man in history to be the alternate for the 2020 U.S. Olympic team on high diving, 100-meter dash, and pentathlon, Peter Thiel. Yes. Elusively slow in my athletic pursuits. But I was an alternative to that wonderful 2020 team. A cockatiel party. There you go. Yeah, so they had a cocktail party. Then they had the dinner. It was surf and turf. Surf being steak. It's turf being steak, surf being salmon with some asparagus. That was really good. Kailer's out of jail. Yes. So fake important phone call, grab another donut and slip out of the back. Never return. Exactly. Guy used the restroom. Oh, I ran into somebody. Oh. I've gone to some of these conventions, and there's a couple. This one was just the people in Missouri. I didn't know a ton of people at this one. I've lived here just for 2 years, so I don't know. There isn't a lot of people. So I so I went, and at the other conventions I go to, which are the more of the industry wide type of convention, is that I have a group of people I hang out with, and we usually sit with each other at dinner and at the cocktail parties and make fun of people all together. It's great. Doug, I threatened the sheriff with the last Elvis meme you sent. He drove me home himself. Yeah, you see, they say Elvis memes don't get you anything. You now know it's wrong. So yeah, this was fine. It was actually the sessions were really, really good. There's one convention I go to, and it's been about 7 years since I've been to one. And I think I'm going to try to go this coming year and have, it's a company thing would send me. I've been here for 3 years. I haven't asked for anything before. So there you go. I don't know, Kevin. Blame that on the YouTube gods. How are you doing, Kevin? So no David Childress at my convention, and apparently no David Childress in jail with Bob Kaler. So it's all good. Yeah, so it was good. The convention was great. I learned a lot, relearned a couple of things. I am well, Patty. In fact, you know what? I just fed my fish right before we went on with some amazing frozen Daphne and frozen Cyclops. You just got a notification from YouTube that Mobb Guppy coffee time has been uploaded. Yeah, you see, they're on top of it. They are on top of it. Did you ever do a team building retreats? We have the almost every year. I never look forward to them. I've had team building, like an afternoon, and those usually are okay. Yeah, but if all of a sudden it's like a weekend retreat with your coworkers, you have to look at their ugly faces during the weekdays. I mean, there are a bunch of coworkers here, and I had to look at their ugly mugs. And let me just tell you, you don't want to do that. Yeah, it's I like my coworkers. I have a real good bunch of them. Do I want to spend my off time with them? No. And last week was really busy. Besides the convention, there was a Tuesday night thing I had to be to. I didn't get to bed till like almost 10 p.m. It was nuts. And then at, it's crazy when you go 10 p.m. up late, real late. Free drinks are always good, except I'm really not that much of a drinker. No, Kevin, I would say the exact thing to my coworkers if they were sitting in front of me. I like them. I enjoy them. I'm reasonably unfiltered. Chattanooga Ed in the house. Excellent. Thanks, Bob, for summoning him. Alishan, how are those guppies? Oh, okay. He fell off. into one of his ponds is drying off. There you go. Daniel Velez, what's up? Yeah, this morning I woke up, I looked at Facebook, and Chattanooga Ed had commented on something, and I replied. He goes, "You're still up?" I said, "No, I just got out of bed." So yeah, it's strong. It's real strong. So I've been in the just been, again, it's just nice. I enjoyed my time with the people. It was strong, but hey, I'm here with you, and that's where I would rather be. Ed has been awake since Thursday. Not a surprise. So it's you don't think it's healthy to get up that early in the morning? Let me tell you something. It's not that healthy. Um, it's not that healthy to not get your hours of sleep. If I get like 7, 8 hours of sleep, I'm in business. So I go to sleep at insanely early time. Corporate America are jerks. Ed, I used your likeness as a thumbnail for the CAAS stream. Yep. So work convention, fine. Enjoyed it, had a good time. It was they did like an awards dinner, and this thing went on for over 3 hours. I mean, oh my God. Yeah, it was awful. So what happened, Patty? Why is corporate America, why are they jerks? Inquiring minds want to know. Or is it just YouTube? And by the way, YouTube, as you're listening in, you're great. I love you. Okay. Patty, you have not. It's corporations generally don't come to the Mobb Guppy live stream. They should, but they don't. Your work once paid for me to go to a weekend conference at a casino. That wasn't too bad. There you go. Not me. I was a union man. Get every morning at 4 a.m. Union pipe fitter. There you go. No, I get it. You need to make that paper so you can pay the bills. The Ark is incorporated, but I don't think you mean us. No, I think you mean the big mega corporations. No, I'm not wearing a Dr. Demento shirt. I'm wearing a Sergeant Tank shirt. Sergeant Tank. Is he still a thing? I haven't seen him in a long time. Is he still around? I got some stuff one time from him. Seems like a nice enough guy. And I was watching that live stream where everything went wrong. He was doing one with Jeff Rose. And like the cops broke in. Jeremy did one a couple of months ago. There you go. So he was doing this thing with Jeff Rose. And it was they the cops broke in and someone did something kind of bad that reported that there was a crime going on at Jeffro's house in the middle of a live stream. It was pretty scary, pretty horrific. I feel sorry for Jeffro's, who seems like a good guy, and it's and for Jeremy, and so it's and I'm sort of looking here. Is Jeff Rose really hasn't done anything in like months, 4 months ago. So, yeah, so that's, he used to like do a live stream every day. Favorite place in the ark is the background. You got to ask someone to go in there. Stephen P. 2003 Aquatics. I always get that wrong. Oh, the cat room is the back room. All right, you see? I'm not seeing my neighbor cats the way I normally used to because I'm not walking Bolo since he passed away. One of the cats was in the backyard, so I went back there and he came up and wanted to be petted, and then he went on his way. Atkins, Nature Aquariums, what's up, Ian? How are you? Oh, a Mets jersey, a Lindor Mets jersey. Yep. Francisco Lindor. My neighbor's cat died. Now the bunnies are taking over. When I worked in Alabama, the company I had a bunch of land behind the facility that they mowed, but they never did anything with. I don't know if they were planning one day to do, an expansion there. I have no idea. And there was one particular year that you just look out and there were rabbits everywhere. And all of a sudden, less and less rabbits. And then I figured out why. There was a good-sized hawk and a good-sized owl that I think were grabbing bunnies to feed their babies. Hey, win-win money, hang out with fish. And there you go. Well, you're a good nephew. So I said she paid you. Look as a bonus. Look at as a bonus. You have your stickers from you. I've got to get my stickers made. Oh, the best part of the convention besides the free food and the beers. I had it, by the way, here's what I drank on the beer front. I had a Guinness, and then I had 2 Blue Moons, and that was it. Done. Jimmy P. Aquatics, what is up? How are you doing? All's good in my hood. Yeah, I will tell you though, is that today at work I was fried. I traded the Lindor shirt for a Zach Wilson jersey. When are they selling posters of Zach Wilson's mother? Just another Manic Monday. Yep, absolutely. Jets, 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 go Mets. We had a red-tailed hawk that periodically hunts their young squirrels from the colony living in the hollow tree by the cat room. The cats root for the squirrels. Yeah, one would hope so. One would hope that Zach Wilson's mother likes Guppies. What I like about her is that she's really, really opinionated. And she goes, all the women on Snapchat are whores. Snapchat whores. There you go. I picked up 4 polar blue parrot cichlids. They're barely half an inch, and they're very adorable. It's there are a lot of red-tailed hawks around here. Yeah, I got some pretty good shots on my camera of a red-shouldered hawk that was zipping around back around my bird feeder, and all the little birds were chasing it. Ian, Susie Q has a ton of them. She's getting rid of. Lumpy and I had some sent today. Yeah, Kevin, Bob Kaler is the king of fish tubers notifications. Cooper Aquatics. Strong. Had a raccoon visit the tubs last night. Saw wet paw prints on the deck. That's not good. Little creepy raccoons. Do you think they got anything, Ali Sean? We have a ton of those red wasps around here. Yeah, those are not good. Those are not pleasant. There are 4 administrators, including myself and the page owner. As the page owner, Mr. B. Mr. B's fishing things. Yeah, those little polar, parrot cichlids, they're going to get to be like that. Huge. White Anglo-Saxon Protestant said, wasps. Saw some tarantula hawks the other day hanging around your back porch. Nasty buggers. What area of the country do you live in, Jimmy P? Look at that thing. Oh yeah. Those are those, and they're huge. And they destroy the wonders of yeah, it's all good. SoCal, 2 hours north of LA, absolutely. Crystal, how are you? This weekend is going to be Aquashella in Chicago. I wish I could make it, gang. So today, the people arrived at my office. I'm going through this thing, gang. They're upgrading the computer system. And so I we had a brief meeting with our IT guy today. An IT guy from the installer has come in. Haven't met with him yet, so I think they're upgrading me on Wednesday. My department will be on Wednesday, I think. Tomorrow they're going to do a couple, and then hopefully that all goes smooth. You like hot bacon? There you go. I get the turkey bacon because it's kosher. David Samsel, how are you? Bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwiches. BLT, yeah. A club sandwich, a BLT club. Kind of nice. What are you talking about me not being there? I'm sorry, but that's fake news. Polar parents don't get like 5 inches on the big meals. Okay, very good. That could have been a joke, or I'm just slow. No, most of these parrots get to be monster fish, so I didn't know they didn't get that big, so that's nice. A lot of the flower horns become monster big, so that was my fault. I was naive and ill-informed. You had Fruity Pebbles today? Oh, there you go. I prefer, when it comes to, I like I'm like a geek on my cereal. I eat like, when I was a kid, my parents allowed no sugar to be in the house. So I mean like, Fruity Pebbles or Lucky, with the leprechaun one. All those cereals we weren't allowed to have when I was a kid, except for special occasions. Special occasions, all of a sudden, one of those things would show up. Alishan got the Guppies. Yeah, absolutely. How are they doing, Alishan? How are the Guppies doing? I sent him even a couple of extras. He's going to have a tank full before he knows it. His entire fish room is going to become Guppies. Captain Crunch was not a real captain. That's true. You miss about everything since you don't get a notification? Yeah, I hate that when that happens. Muppet says, I feel I would literally die without sugar on a constant basis. Bran flakes we could have, so I loaded them with sugar. I kept you regular too as a kid. So it's a Lucky Charms I was thinking of. The other one that Fruit Loops, Sugar Smacks. I like the Sugar Smacks; those were good. And the Freaky Tree, Apple Jacks. I remember having Apple Jacks. Yeah, but normally that was not in the house at all. Oh my God, Peter, you're making me hungry. Yeah, no, I mean, it was so rare. So what I have some cereal in the fridge. I'm out of, my fat-free milk. I have Grainberry Flakes, and I have grape nuts. And I don't add sugar to them. I just eat them plain. Lonely Bunches of Honey Bunches of Oats. That was my dad's favorite. When my dad, retired, that he ate that every day. I'm making a chicken sandwich thanks to Peter. Yeah, sorry, gang. Alishan, how are the Guppies? I'm pro cereal, by the way. So I ordered something a couple of weeks ago. You've probably seen the thing on yeah, diabetes does suck. The only cereal you eat is oatmeal. Yeah. I wish I had a chicken sandwich. So I picked up this like superfoods, no sugars, no nothing. Doing just fine. My super speaker's doing just great. Ooh, Count Chocula, Frankenberry, Blueberry, and the Freaky Tree one. That was good too. So it's called Kachava. It's like a meal replacement thing. 240 calories, and for a protein drink, you're not hungry for 5 hours. It's really, really good. In fact, I can't make the full serving of it because it's just, it's too dense. So I do like a scoop and a half, and I do like some frozen fruit. I have like some frozen blueberries, and I have some mixed berries that I blend it up with, and good, and drink her down. That's exciting. You guys want to know what the temperature is here? It's kind of warm. Here we go.
Okay, here's where we stop. Right now, it's 91 degrees.
91 degrees. It's 106 degree actual air temp. Yeah, good news. It's
I don't have an answer for that.
Hold on. Okay, there you go. All good. 10-gallon tank. I decided not to take Doug's advice and make it dirted. I know how much he likes that style. Yep, he sure does. No. Kodiak Cakes brand makes great diabetic foods, including oatmeals that are better than regular oatmeal. There you go. You see, I've gotten like the frozen type of cakes and that type of stuff. And I don't put syrup on it. I just put a little bit of butter on it. That's it. Yeah, it's no, I'm not gonna say that because I have to, when we're done here, I have to quickly finish reading through something for work tomorrow. I have to do a thing. I've already written my report for tomorrow, which is good. A little longer than normal, about 5 pages. And I've got to go through something else. Since we're getting this computer stuff in, I have to understand what the upgrade is so I don't come across like a total moron when they plug it in for me. And I can be running with it. Tech manuals, by the way, not a lot of fun to read. Not a lot of fun to read. This is Powerade Zero Sugar. 3D. Powerade in 3D. I don't know, David, but I'm going to look for it. There you go. Yeah, Apple Jacks are strong. That was one of the sugared ones I was it was, what was the, I think it was, and I don't know if it's still available or not. The one that we got the most when I was a kid was, Golden Grams cereal. And, let's see. 11 grams of sugar. Yeah, it was as a kid, we would get those quite a bit. Put a little milk on that and do that down. Yeah, that's good. That was good. Good, good, good. Diabetes is very tough to control. I don't have it, but my glucose sometimes up a bit. Probably too much cereal. Yeah, there you go. My now that we're talking about stuff, my blood pressure has been on the edge. It's so I've got to like a little bit walk. I've been doing some walking. Excellent. You had to cancel or reschedule a board meeting. Lack of a quorum. There you go. Got to stay in. Went to the doctor's today and she said she wanted to check my blood pressure, but then they didn't check it because their machine wasn't working. Yeah, that's not good. So my lone deal on the last one, my cholesterol's in the 170s. My triglycerides at 190. It was at 99. Blood sugar perfect. My iron was a little low, so I actually have had to take an iron supplement. As a nurse, that blew my mind. Muppet, you're a nurse, or is this or am I a dense man? Not catching the joke. So yeah, my whole deal is that they don't have a manual laying around. Yeah, you see, there you go. My doctor had a new blood pressure machine, but it kept reading errors for me. Yeah. New tech, sometimes people have a problem with it. Yeah, it's the energy drinks though are just not good for you. Patty is a paramedic. Aha. So there's a grocery store in my community called Food for Less. And they have several aisles that are called the diabetes aisles. Nothing but simple sugars. Ali Shawn is actually Bobby Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid, isn't he? Isn't Bobby Bonilla going to be being paid until the year 2100? Chewy, Lunatic Fringe. Until 2727. So there you go. Yeah, let me look this up right now. Bobby Bonilla Mets contract. All right. Looking that up just for grins. Wow. $1.1 million a year until 2035. What a scam. His agent must be a frickin' genius. So his agent must be a genius. Chewy of the Great White North and the replacement drummer for the 2022 Rolling Stones tour. Triumph now, they're going to get back together. Wow. Charlie Watts is going to be on this tour when they get out there. He's the oldest one. He's, what, 83? He's 80. Just a simple 80. Oh, he's likely going to miss the tour. That's sad. Yeah. 80's 80, though. 80 is 80. Oh, some kind of procedure? Yeah. 80 years old, everybody. That's kind of a, why those guys are still performing is one of the great miracles of one of the miracles of life. I mean, talk about amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't know about putting out old footage from 1983. Has got anything to do with Rick Emmett going back to Triumph when Rick is no longer doing road work. Yeah, well, 80 is the new 65. Melvin, how are you doing? It's well, that's too bad. It's let's see here. They just said he had a procedure. All right. So they're not really saying what it is. My guess is it was probably a ticker deal, or it could have been for a drummer, it could be an arm or hand surgery or something like that, or maybe a back procedure. HIPAA laws. Why would he care? He's 80 years old. Just say what's on his mind. No one cares. The unofficial mayor of Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh would be doing better if Melvin Reef was your mayor of that amazing city. It's I forget which band it was. It was some, one of these bands that's been around for a long time. And none of their original guys are out anymore. It's just people doing the act. Just doing the act. Engineering degree in mastering from Masterworks Studios, which is owned by Gilmore of Trump or Triumph. Zager and Evans. So what's going on in your fish rooms, gang? Anything exciting besides what's going on with Ali Sean with the visiting raccoons? In the year 2525, Bobby Bonilla will be paid off. Man, my excuse me. Let's see. What was the weirdest thing about the convention? Going out. Okay, so they gave us. You'll get a laugh out of this. So they did the whole thing about masks are required because they're following the guidance. I went and said to myself, I'm vaccinated. If they hand me one, I'll wear one, but I'm fully vaccinated. And I have the good one. I don't have that Pfizer junk or Johnson & Johnson or AstraZeneca. I've got Moderna, which has turned out to be like 90-something% successful for the Delta variant. I'm not wearing a mask. I wore a mask for a year. Now that I'm vaxxed, I'm not masking. So about half my coworkers masked up, half of them did not. There was like 6 or 7 of us there. By the time the first session was over that we attended, like at 10 a.m., by the time lunch happened and after lunch, no one was wearing a mask, like one person. So it was, it was really interesting how that worked. Because generally you think, okay, well, there's going to be a whole bunch of people there and getting a good look, following the advice. And no one did. And this is in the wonders of Branson, which is like the headquarters of the Delta variant. So there you go. Drove by the Yakov Smirnoff theater. He has his own theater. As you pull into Branson. Didn't go to the show. Part of me wishes I would have, because the presentation they did, the dinner presentation, that type of thing, awful. By the way, I may have had the worst cheesecake in the history of cheesecakes. It was bad. Troy tanks, hang on backs, and sponge filters. There you go. My Costanza elbow is getting better. It's not all the way back yet. But if you look at it, it's still a little swollen, but not bad. It's I can touch it without pain. So there you go. There you go. You need to have more Guppies. Take it from Doug Gray and me. Bob Kaler can go through there. You just can't have enough Guppies. It just is. Ali Shawn's now into Guppies. So there you go. You cannot have enough Guppies. Guppies are a beautiful thing. Excellent, Jimmy P. Aquatics. There you go. Sorry for coughing. Let's see what else happened over the weekend. I don't know. Drove down and back. Took one of the company cars. So that was good. Rode down with a couple of the guys. One of the guys not real chatty. So there you go. I'm trying to make it a mandatory to breed Guppies if you want if you want to be a babe of Walmart. Yeah. Yeah, this was just, David, it was not good cheesecake. It was, I wasn't expecting great cheesecake in Branson, Missouri. I was expecting, average. Not like Juniors or Polly's, or those are New York cheesecakes. My favorite cheesecake in New York is the Brooklyn Diner. Their cheesecake is epic. And quite frankly, I think it's better than I think it's better than Polly's, and I think it's better than Junior's. Whoops, just fed my fish and made it snow in the tank. There you go. Yeah, I get it. I get it. And my favorite local diners, incredible cakes and cheesecakes. There you go. Someone told me about a place, and I'm gonna have to go over there and figure it out. It's supposedly a restaurant that specializes in pies, probably about a half hour away from where I'm at, and I'm told they do it all. And I may just have to go in there, see if they have rhubarb. Rhubarb is pretty good. City Cafe is the name of this place in Chattanooga, huh? Tennessee Fish Mafia. They love some cakes and cream and cream cheese. Been to Ferrera's in New York? Lobster tails, yum. I have not been to Ferrera's. It's I will say this. I'll give you 3 steak places to go to in New York. Tennessee Aqua, how are you? The 3 steak places: Wolfgang's 33rd and Park. It's Keen's, oldest steakhouse in Manhattan. It's since the 1800s. Amazing. And Sparks Steakhouse. Sparks Steakhouse. Wolfgang's no relation to Wolfgang Puck. Keen's, I don't know. It's coming from the days where folks who came from an Irish background were only cops and firemen. So there you go. In New York, back when they used to discriminate on a regular basis in that area. And Sparks is famous because that's where John Gotti had Big Paul Castellano and Big Paul Castellano and Tommy Bellotti executed. There you go. Their steak is really, really good, but I'll tell you what, they're full all the time, and I think it's because of that. Umberto's, where Crazy Joe met his end. Now, I used to work right across the street from Jack Dempsey's, which apparently has been there forever. It does not look anything like the movie The Godfather, just as a thing. Yep. Castellano met his end at Spark Steakhouse. When I went there, I asked the bartender, I said, which door did Paul Castellano go out and get killed? And the guy pointed at the door. And I went out there, and it's just, yep. Old Hempstead Steakhouse and the 21 Club. Fazoli's is my favorite New York restaurant, Upper West Side, 56th and Columbia or Columbus Circle. Yeah, it's Italian joints. New Yorkers are really picky about their slice of pizza. You say to somebody who's a native New Yorker, you go Famous Ray's, they like bristle. Oh no, that's not that good. Not good. Terrible, terrible stuff. There's one out near Coney Island everyone recognizes. There's one up in Brooklyn. I've been to the one in Coney Island. Not fancy or Famous Ray's, not that far off. Columbus Circle is Lower East Side. Yep. Okay. Yep. Do you have an I Love New York t-shirt? You know who wears I Love New York t-shirts in New York? Tourists. That's like an excuse to get beat up. Only New York City house I've been to is Smith and Walensky. Yeah, that's a good one. I've not been to that one, but I know it's by reputation it's good. My old boss, when I worked in New York, was such a regular at Wolfgang's that you just go in and say my boss's name, and they go, "Oh, Mr. O'Neill." And he had a normal table, and they sat me right there if I arrived right before O'Neill did. So there you go. And that's a little bit of a secret of how that works. It's sort of the way of the world in New York. The way of the world, indeed. "57th in Lexington, great restaurants. Hell's Kitchen's actually a pretty good place. Rusty Staub's. Gallagher's Steakhouse, another place in New York that is good. Best cheesecake, Brooklyn Diner. You know, Italian restaurants, I really can't name one. I just have been told what to look for. And if you find it, and I've said this before, you go into an Italian restaurant, really, this is almost good anywhere you are. You go through an Italian restaurant, and if you see a little old Italian man, dark glasses, in the corner table, even at night, 10 p.m., and he's got the dark glasses on, eat there. It's going to be good. Didn't A-Rod have a steak place in New York City for a while, 40/40 or something? Yeah, I think he did. It's it was just something I never would have gone to. A-Rod is just, his ego is so huge. I lost the natives. Had them with Achilles, so I think it was too stressful. Netted from a creek in the swamp all day, and then finally home with me. There you go. In St. Louis? Yeah, St. Louis seems like a place they had organized crime. Wherever there was organized crime, you can find a really good Italian restaurant. All right, gang, I've been here an hour. I got a bolt. I got to do a few things. Thank you guys so much, and we will see all of you Sabado. That's Spanish for Saturday. Adios.